Good morning, movers. Welcome back to Move Daily Fitness. It's Tracy. All right, this beginner workout, we're focusing on a strong upper body. So I'll take all of those muscles in the upper body. We got back, biceps, chest, triceps, and shoulders. All right, and we're gonna do 2 rounds of each exercise. The format will be 40 seconds of work with 15 seconds in between, and we'll start you with a warm up and end with a cool down. Tomorrow, I would recommend you do a lower body workout, and you can click or tap the card at the top of the screen and try that one. All right, but for today, are you ready to move daily? Me too, let's do it. Okay, strength on the watch today. Let's warm things up. Single circle right here. Reverse directions. Good, switch sides. And reverse. Nice. Hands behind the head and back. And we'll alternate here, just stretching and warming up that ball and socket in the shoulder. Last one here. And front and back bends. Knees are soft, just hinging at the waist. Little gentle push of the hips forward. Last one here. Good, we're gonna hinge forward now. Stay bent over, knees are soft. Reach up to the ceiling. And switch, big reach. Switch. And last one here. Good. Tap across. And up and over. Let's do a heel dig and front press here. Overhead press. And out to the side right here. Good, and let's finish with a torso turn. Good. There's the first circuit. Remember, everything is through 2 times. Here we go. Okay, we're gonna start with the bent over row to hammer curl. 5s, 8s, 10-pound dumbbells, something in that range. I'll hold 10s. Hinge at the waist, we row, and then we'll stand and curl. So we row all the way up, and then hit that hammer curl there. Elbows are nice and close to your body, especially on the curl part. Very nice. Okay, grabbing lighter weights. I'll hold 5s, but 2s or 3s would work here as well. Single, single, double lateral raise. So out to the side, out, them both. Stick your chest out, and you're here now together. Boom, that's it. No swinging at the bottom here either. We're gonna go into some push-ups from the knees to modify. You could do it from your wall, all right, just a standing one there, or the side of a couch as long as it's stable. Otherwise, you can mod from the knees. Here we go, back is flat. Good. Okay, round 2, back to your bent over row, hammer curl. I'll stick with those 10s. Stick the chest out, stick the butt out, and row up, full stand, and hammer here. Good. Into your single, double lateral raise, 2s, 3s, or 5s. Single, single, then together, shoulders low and back. And we lift, other side, and together here, boom. And taking it to the ground for the push-ups, or again, against a wall, right? If that hurts your wrists on the ground, just go against a wall, that's great too. You could hold the plank here if you don't want to push up. Otherwise, let's go, and we're down. Flex at the top. All right, excellent. Make your way to standing. Grab a quick sip of water if you want. There's the next circuit. I am going into a pinwheel curl. I'll hold the 10s again, 5s, 8s, 10s. You're gonna cross in front of the body, palm faces the ceiling. All right, shoulders back, and we curl, alternate, and curl, elbows in. Into a shoulder press. We're gonna do an Arnold press. I'll hold 5s. Starting position is facing your chin. We're gonna press up and away and overhead there. So press and away. So palms start facing and then turn and press away. Good. Remember, when you're pressing overhead, you want to be slightly in front of the body. Okay, here's a side view. You're not behind the head. You're out just slightly in front. And if you find this challenging to do both, you can do single side at a time. All right, alternating like that. That's an option. Roll those shoulders out. We're moving into your single, double tricep kickback. So hinge at the waist. Elbows are up. We're gonna single, other side single, and then together and pause at the top. So we single, other side, now together, up, good. Nice neutral neck, just looking at the ground out in front of you there. Right, very good. Back to the top. I'm going with those 10s for my pinwheel curl here. Shoulders low and back. Palm faces the ceiling and curl. Very nice. All right, Arnold press. Back to the 5s here for me. Again, you can go one at a time if you wish. Otherwise, starting position is here, knees are soft, and we press. Very good. Okay, and finishing off with the tricep kickback. I'll stick with 5s. You can lighten if you need, or go heavier. Hinge at the waist, elbows stay high, and singles here. So we single, other side, and double here. Very nice. The whole next circuit will be down on the ground. So grab your dumbbells. You can see what I'm using at the top of the screen there, and head on down. We're gonna start with that chest press. Again with this single, double. So lying on your back on a bench or the ground. Both dumbbells are up. We're gonna single, and then both together down. So we're left, other side right. Now together over the chest and press. I want you to keep your wrists locked in neutral, so don't bend the wrist back, okay? And make sure you're not adjusting over the chest either. Bring the dumbbell down to adjust if you need. Okay, I'm gonna go down a little bit in weight to my 8 pounds. Sorry, it's an itch. Tricep press overhead extension. So palms facing, press to the ceiling, and then bending back at the elbow. Here we go, and we press up, bend back, ceiling, and down. Up, back, ceiling, and down. We'll stay down here, add some abs in as well. Something is poking me in my chest. Okay, 90-degree leg, alternating heel drop. You can lie on your back to hit this one as well. And we tap the heel, opposite side. All right, round 2, back to my heavier 10-pound dumbbells here. Okay, single, double chest press. Starting position, over the chest. Singles here, left, then right, then together. Moving into the tricep press extension. You know when there's a hair or something, it's probably poking me, driving me nuts. All right, palms facing. Here we go. Press to the ceiling and back, up and down. When you're hitting the tricep part, I want you to keep that shoulder very still, okay? Don't let it migrate back. You're just simply bending at the elbow joint for the tricep extension part, okay? And let's finish off with the abs. Up onto your elbows, alternating heel. All right, if you're feeling strong, you could double tap. Okay, I'll stick with the singles. Here we go, and we tap. Switch. All right, make your way to standing. Take a look at the next circuit. Okay, back to our row curl pattern, but we're gonna do a reverse grip row with a bicep curl, palms facing the ceiling. So palms facing up, we're gonna hinge and curl and then stand in row. There we go. So we hinge, row, and curl right here. Good. Pull it to the ribs, then you stand, elbows in on the curl. Set those down, moving into your full range of motion lateral raise. Okay, so palms face away. We're gonna come up to the ceiling and then slow on the descent. So you're up, 2, 3, and slow, 2, 3. I'm holding 5s, but 2s or 3s is great here as well. And again, you're slightly in front of that lateral plane. All right, just to protect that shoulder girdle. All right, and roll those shoulders out. Palms face the ceiling again here, starting at the side. We're gonna come up to 90 degrees, bring them close together, and then open at the bottom, shoulders low and back. So we lift and slow. So hitting that front raise, working a little bit of our pec minor here in the chest, and a little bit of our front shoulder as well. Really have to engage your core on this one. You might have to lighten, that's okay. Always reset my chest and stick it out when my arms hit the bottom there. Nice and tall. Round 2. Back to your bicep curl with the hinge and row. Again, I'll stick with those 10s, palms face the ceiling, and hinge at the waist. We and curl. Why do I want to say curl? Row, boom, stand and curl. Okay, moving into the full range of motion lateral. 2s, 3s, 5s, somewhere in that range. Palms are away, knees are soft, and right to the ceiling. Here we go, and you're up, up, slow, slow. And finishing off with that front raise, palms face the ceiling. Again, shoulders are low and back. Right, start wide, bring them together at the top there. And we lift and wide. Very nice. Okay, final water break and our final circuit coming up. You're gonna start with a Zottman curl. I've got 5-pound dumbbells. Palms face the ceiling. We're gonna curl up, then you're gonna turn 180 degrees, palms face the ground, and then turn again at the bottom. Shoulders back. Here we go, and we're up, turn, down, turn. Little forearm here, which is good. As females, we don't often train the forearm, but it does help when you're carrying heavy things, right? To have those strong forearms. If this bothers your wrist, of course, you could just hit this bicep curl here instead, right? Into a single side tricep extension. Again, I'll just stick with the 5. You can stand nice and tall. You could also sit here. We're gonna press and flex at the top. I'll call half, and then we'll switch hands. So you're cross and flex. Good. So here, you could go slightly in front if that's your better range of motion. You could also go to the back if you have a good range of motion there. All right, you pick what works well for you. Last one on this side, switch your side and over. Moving into that full range of motion front raise now. We did it for the lateral. This time, 2s, 3s, or 5s. Knees are soft. You're gonna come to the ceiling and slow on the descent. Shoulders back, and we're up. 2, 3, and slow. 2, 3. All right, final round. We'll go back into the Zottman curl. Again, palms face the ceiling to start. We'll curl 180 degree and let it come down. Shoulders back. So we're up, turn, turn. Single side tricep. All right, just one at a time. Again, I'll call half. So you're just here for about 20 seconds a side. Knees are soft. Here we go. Last one on this side, and switch. Final exercise into your front raise, full range of motion. I'll hold 5s here, but go lighter if you wish. Palms face the ground, okay? And again, to the ceiling. So you're up, 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 and slow down, 2, 3. All right, this will be the last one here. Last 3, 2, 1 and done. You move daily in your upper body. Strong workout. Thanks for joining. Be sure to join me for a stretch if you can. All right, let's hinge forward at the waist. Put a elbow on your leg. Grab the other side of your leg in a nice torso turn, but push your thumb to the ceiling here. Oh, this is my favorite golfing stretch. For all the times I go golfing. But this is a good one. Little torso, little bicep, shoulder, chest. So good. Switch sides, grab the other side of your leg, push the thumb up. Very nice. I'm gonna roll that wrist out a little bit here too. Do you have problems with your wrists as a female? And as you've aged, or if you know, yeah, me too. Very sore, let's round through the back. I did break one of my wrists a few years ago, but that's actually not even the side that's causing me much grief. It's the other side where I have tennis elbow in the one arm and a sore shoulder. Reach behind here, but it seems like the wrists do take the brunt of it. And I have a few tips that I typically will adhere to when I'm lifting weights, and I'll just show you a few of those things at the end. But yeah, it is important to keep that arm strong, right? And do specific mobility stretches and movements in order to keep it mobile as well. So I do try to do that. I messed up, other side here, triceps. I messed up my shoulder a little bit this summer throwing a bocce ball. Like of all the things. I had actually tennis elbow a while ago. I'm gonna reach behind my back here, stretch the chest. When I went to that axe throwing. So I threw an axe, and then the next day it was so sore. And then about a few months later, I went bowling. Teaches me to do outside sports. And the bowling exacerbated it even more. So I think it's anything heavy at the end that can damage it. Okay, let's bring the arm across, last stretch here, and then I'll show you some of my wrist mobility exercises that I'm doing in order to strengthen that area. And again, increase mobility, which I think is so important. Okay, first, wrist stretches on the wall. You can do that 5-point or 3-point turn. So hands are up, then hands are out to the side, then hands are down, right? The further, of course, you walk away from the wall, the more you increase that stretch. So I find that's a really good one. I'll even put the back of my hands on the wall and just stretch that way. This can be done at a steering wheel as well if you're sitting at a light, right? Just easily on a steering wheel, all those different points of contact there. Another way to do this as well, of course, is on all fours, stretching here, leaning back and lengthening through that forearm. Okay, again, doing that 4-point, 3-point turn here, rocking side to side. When I hold a dumbbell, what's really important is that I don't allow the dumbbell to slip into the fingertips, because when that happens, it can pull in the tendons in your elbow. So you want to make sure that you hold it in the meaty part of your hand. So when we're doing lifts, it's sunk right into that meaty part whereby I could almost release the fingertips. I won't because of safety, but that's how much it's in that meaty part of the hand, okay? So that's really important as well. And then when I was saying keeping the wrist locked in neutral, so what I'll see is people doing this with their wrist when they're lifting, right? Or chest pressing, this is how they hold their wrist. And locked in neutral looks like this instead. So the wrist is one full part of the forearm, okay? That's kind of the action that you want. So in all of your lifts, right, whether it be hammer curl, press, tricep extensions, you're keeping that wrist locked in neutral. All right, a couple of tips there for you. Hopefully that helps keep your baby wrists a little bit stronger. Thanks for joining. I'll see you in the next workout.